These marriages were about fame and fortune, love and marriage. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrities who married normal people.
You know, I had this vision of me as an old guy thinking, yeah, God, there was that girl from Montana, man. Why did I marry? You know, I couldn't let that, you know, I'm pictured like a handful of sand and there was a little diamond in there. I'm letting it go. I can't do that.
For this list, we're taking a look at well-known celebrities who married people that were generally unknown to the public.
She and sculptor Don Gummer have been married since 1978, and he's been by her side at a number of industry events and award shows in the years since.
Number 10, Nicolas Cage.
When I saw her, I saw this beautiful girl, I saw Lisa, and
Not Elvis.
No.
Not Elvis's daughter.
No.
One day you're married to Elvis's daughter, and the next you're married to Superman's mama. Okay, so maybe Nicolas Cage didn't remarry immediately upon finalizing his divorce to Lisa Marie Presley, but he didn't wait long.
What's your name? Youngkyung. Would you be kind enough to join me up on stage, please?
Cage met wife Alice Kim at a Korean nightclub in LA. Ms. Kim likely didn't know that meeting would result in her not only marrying one of the world's most unique actors, but also forcing unreasonable expectations upon their mutual creation and son, Kal-El. You know, Superman? No pressure, kid.
You will travel far, my little Kal-El.
Number 9. Robert De Niro.
Il padre si chiama Antonio Andolini. E questo è petit.
When an American icon comes walking your way, well, let's just say most ladies don't think, screw that guy. Especially when said guy is a raging bull by the name of Bobby De Niro. However, even movie legends aren't immune to failed relationships. And when Robert hooked up with Grace Hightower in 1997, it was his second time in the ring. The couple actually split after a couple of years of marriage, but perhaps all De Niro needed was a little personal time. 'Cause in 2004, Bob and Grace renewed their vows and continued on as husband and wife.
What have I learned from Bob? I would say patience. Really being patient, not to panic.
Number 8. Drew Barrymore.
I figured we could have a little breakfast, and then maybe, after, we could have a little Chad.
Remember when America's Sweetheart and Tom Green were a thing? Of course you do. He's the guy who sang about his bum on the man.
It's a lot of fun to put your bum on a man.
All joking aside, the Freddie Got Fingered star didn't fit the bill for Drew Barrymore, or perhaps vice versa, and after a couple of high-profile romances with the drummer from The Strokes and fellow actor Justin Long, Drew found love with just your average art consultant, a man named Will Kopelman. And by average, we mean the offspring of a former Chanel CEO. With that being said, money doesn't always equal fame. However, Barrymore's husband now has both, along with a couple of kids.
One of the greatest aspects of my wife's story is her ability, her survivalism. She's like a tough cookie, and I always respected that.
Number 7. Reese Witherspoon.
Wish me luck, Bruiser. This is my first class as a serious law student.
It doesn't seem right that Elle Woods would settle down with a nobody. So what the heck was going on when she married a talent agent named Jim Toth? Well, this may come as a surprise to some maniacal fans, but Elle Woods isn't a real person.
I need a boyfriend who's not such a complete bonehead.
On the other hand, Reese Witherspoon lives and breathes just like all of us, and was once married to Ryan Phillippe.
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm in love.
At the end of the day, she makes box office hits and goes to bed with her comparatively average mortal hubby, the aforementioned Toth, an agent with the Creative Artists Agency. Number 6. Christian Bale.
Don't you want to know what I do?
American Psycho? No, actually, he's a deeply dedicated Welsh actor with a need for love just like most people with a soul. In fact, back when Christian Bale was celebrating his iconic 2000 role of Patrick Bateman, it happened to be the same year he met his future wife, Sibi, the personal assistant to the one and only Winona Ryder. They say you gotta know somebody big to hit the big time in Hollywood. And in this case, both Mr. Bale and Ms. Blazich certainly did.
And I'd never had anybody like that in my life before. I felt like finally I could truly be myself without being ashamed, without being embarrassed.
Number Number 5. Julia Roberts.
He's great because he's really supportive, and the kind of stuff that can sometimes weigh you down, that can be worsened by other people saying, God, doesn't that weigh you down?
We all question the choices of America's sweetheart when she married country singer Lyle Lovett in 1993. And let's just say that Julia Roberts' personal life wasn't exactly on fleek upon meeting future husband Daniel Moder.
If you get on that plane, you will never, ever see me again. You got me? Huh?
First meeting on the set of 2000's The Mexican, Roberts was well divorced by then. However, she was dating Benjamin Bratt of Miss Congeniality. Nevertheless, it was cameraman Moder that captured Julia's heart. A cameraman that was also still married. But everybody knows that you can't hurry love, even if you do have to hurry to an end an existing romance to start it.
Surfing is his girlfriend, and I am his wife. And that seems to be working out.
Number 4. Jeff Bridges.
Nobody calls me Lebowski. You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
If you're a diehard Coen Brothers fan, well, then you probably know that Bunny Lebowski was from the town right across the border from Fargo, Moorhead, Minnesota.
Canucci's told me I should show her this when I found her. It's the family farm. It's outside of Moorhead, Minnesota.
What you may not realize is that Jeff Bridges' wife, Susan Geston, also hails from Fargo, Moorhead, and met her future husband on the set of Rancho Deluxe while she was working as a maid. So does Jeff Bridges have an intimate connection with the actual city of Fargo? Yeah, you betcha.
Finally, I I got with the program and realized how wonderful marriage is and what a great opportunity,
Number 3. George Clooney.
So I guess in closing, I would just like to say to my bride-to-be, Amal, that I love you very much.
Oh my God.
And I can't wait to be your husband.
It might be a stretch to call Mrs. Clooney a normal person, but do you see her name all over movie posters? No, you just see her name in tabloids. Given that George Clooney only seems to become more charming with age, the world wasn't quite ready for him to settle down when he married human rights lawyer Amal Alamuddin in 2014.
It took about 28 minutes before she said yes. She just kept saying...
Did she say, I'm thinking?
Yeah, you sound like, yeah.
So that was when we all took a moment of silence to remember single George Clooney and his lasting legacy of smoking hot girlfriends.
You said that you sold this.
I said that.
You liar.
Thief.
Now it's just old George and Amal up at their pad on an island in the River Thames, living a normal life of, we don't know, TV dinners and backgammon.
Amal is a human rights lawyer who worked on the Enron case, was an advisor to Kofi Annan regarding Syria, and was selected for a 3-person UN commission investigating rules of war violations in the Gaza Strip. So tonight, her husband is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Number 2. Matt Damon.
Ich muss schlafen. Los, hoch. Hey, aufstehen. Hoch.
Back in 2003, Matt Damon had already stepped into the shoes of Jason Bourne. But even so, he was still just your average Harvard-educated A-lister.
My dream house would have to have a yard.
Oh, no. You definitely have to have a yard. That way we can have dogs.
And when he began shooting Stuck on You and met then bartender Luciana Barroso, it's not hard to imagine Damon's inner dialogue, which probably sounded like, damn, you won, Matt Damon, you won big.
I have an incredible wife, that's why, so she takes all the pressure off.
But then Luciana did all right too. Years later, these crazy kids are the personal directors of their own trilogy, a trilogy of offspring.
Do they get how cool their dad is?
No.
They don't.
No,
really?
I try to tell them.
You try to convince them.
Yeah. I mean, my wife doesn't really even get that either.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. Prince William.
And a second kiss to delight the crowd.
Perhaps you've heard of Prince William. You know, the Duke of Cambridge, Lady Di's oldest boy. Yes, this man is a real-life prince. A prince that must have felt something deep once he set eyes on then-fellow university student Catherine Middleton in 2003.
I took her up somewhere nice in Kenya and proposed.
It's very romantic. There's a true romantic in that.
There is.
You don't need to have the best game when you're a prince, but Kate obviously saw something beyond all the pomp and circumstance of his status as a royal figure and future king. Once just a pretty girl from Berkshire, Catherine Middleton is now Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, and William is a fellow with a permanent grin. Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite celebrity that married a normal person? For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to helping as much as I can.